seriously, this attitude that delivery drivers have, not all of us, but the vast majority of us have this attitude. If you carry that chip on your shoulder, you're impatient and you're pushy, please stay home. Let's talk about some things I hear delivery drivers say all the time that makes me want to cringe. It's another beautiful day over here in good old Eastern Kentucky, heading to my zone in Ashland, Kentucky to make my money today. Spark is apparently offline due to hazardous road conditions. There is ice everywhere. But come on, Spark, some of us want to get out of the house and do something, but that's okay. That's okay. I know where else to go. So, actually, I can honestly say that I sort of appreciate that about Spark. I know they're just... Walmart is so used to being sued that they'll take every precaution necessary, and this is one of them. So I kind of do appreciate that about Spark, but I still got an electric bill to pay. I still need to make something this week. But anyway, let's get into it. So this is all delivery drivers. I don't care if you're driving for Spark, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, don't give a damn. 99 in every 100 delivery drivers complain when things are not going their way, they're not getting their food fast enough. They tell the W-2 workers of the restaurants, the stores, etc., that they're losing money waiting on this order. Folks, there's a lot of things in this business that are just purely psychological. There are. Just purely psychological. If you're waiting 30 minutes for a Spark, for them to bring your groceries out to you, in that 30 minutes you could have went and ran to DoorDash. Maybe you could, maybe you couldn't. Maybe you could, but maybe you couldn't. The employees don't hear the fact that you're losing money. They hear you finding a otherwise impolite way of saying, I am being impatient. That's what they hear. They hear you. They hear you. Oh, they hear you. But I'm telling you, folks, your problems are not their problems. You're really not losing money. You're really not. And if it affects you that bad, the way I go about it, so I've waited an hour at Walmart on a Spark. In the app, the order's still not marked as ready. It's still saying getting ready at 1 hour, okay? So Walmart does pay, Spark does pay wait time. So if the order's beast enough, I know I probably won't be waiting over 2 hours. So I'll go ahead and hang out. 9 times out of 10, the order is a $40 offer. I'm still averaging $20 an hour, even though I had to wait. If it bothers you that bad and you're impatient, politely ask the employee how much longer you think it will be. That's the first way you should go about it. Hey, how much longer do you think it'll be? I have no idea. 10, 15, 20 minutes. How much are you getting for the order? Is it worth waiting that time? If not, do not convey it to the employee. Simply back out of the trip. You have that option. I don't ever encourage that. Every platform, if you back out of too many trips, obviously you'll get deactivated for obvious reasons. But folks, there's no reason to convey your sense of urgency over onto the employee. But I promise you they don't care. You know, let's say you're going to a bar to pick up food. The waiter behind the bar where you're picking up the food is probably making $2.13 an hour and only collecting tips. She don't care about you or your money. They are going to take care of their customers first because that's what puts money in their pocket, and then they'll eventually get to you. If you don't like it, if you feel like that they're just trolling you and making you wait longer, back out the trip, baby. Back out the trip. I find that being polite, patiently waiting, the first 5 times, I just sit there and patiently wait. Delivery drivers coming in behind me. oh, I'm with DoorDash, I'm with Grubhub, I'm extra special, and you need to step it up and cater to me, and you're making me lose money by just standing here. So when delivery drivers are doing that all around me, and I'm politely saying, being quiet, and they eventually hand me the food after about 30 minutes, maybe an hour sometimes. They're like, really sorry about the wait, dude, I got buried. And I'm like, oh, that's okay, it didn't seem like long at all. I appreciate you. I don't really say thank you. I think the words thank you is used so much that it's kind of lost its meaning. So I say I appreciate you. After I do that about 5 times, the next time they see me, hey, this guy appreciates me. This guy don't ever give me any. This guy's always patient while everybody around him is screaming and bitching. I'm gonna go check on his food just cause I like the guy. I'm not saying that happens every time, everywhere, but my success rate with that is 90%. I get what I want for being nice, polite, thoughtful, and I relate to people. And what I mean by relate to people, I used to work in restaurants. I worked in restaurants for a decade. All kinds of work. I was a dishwasher, I was a server, I was a bartender, but not alcohol. I was actually, I never did serve alcohol, but I did a buffet. Make it simple. I kept a buffet. I've ran restaurants from the front end to the back. I know what's going on, you know. You walk into a restaurant, every single table seated, there's a line out the door, you're not going to get your food for about 30 minutes. You might get lucky, you might not. Be patient, folks. When you accept these offers, be patient, because the ones that are impatient make the rest of us look bad. I walked up to a brand new Walmart associate yesterday, picking up a Spark. The guy was acting nervous. Never seen him before. I'm assuming he's new, or he was pulled out of the department. He really wasn't used to the curbside. So he's acting kind of nervous. It's like, hey man, you got your hand held. He's like, yeah man, but I'm really sorry, we're behind. I'm like, whoa, man, chill. All I want to know is if I'm checked in on your end or not. So he looked me up, he goes, yeah, but I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm like, I got you. And he just acted like I was an alien, you know, because people that push the curbside, the dispensers at Walmart, man, they get all day long from regular customers. Delivery drivers don't need to be adding it to it. And let me tell you another reason delivery drivers don't need to be adding to it, especially when it comes to Spark. Walmart associates can make or break your experience on Spark. They got the control. The customer, baby, they can rate you, but they ain't got the control. Okay? So if a Walmart decides it does not like you, it will let you accept the trip, and when you pull in and check in, they'll just take it back away from you and reassign it to another driver. They have that power, folks. I think it's a good thing. I think it keeps us in check. I don't have that problem. But boy, oh boy, the Walmart will make you or break you. I've seen it. I've seen drivers get out of the car and be like, it's marked ready in the app. I want it now. There's no reason you can't bring it to me right now. I shouldn't have to wait. Okay, unassign the offer from the driver and reassign it to another driver. And leave them sitting there talking to herself. You can see it right in the app. That can and will happen, folks. Walk into a restaurant, wait 10 minutes. Dude, I'm losing money by waiting on this order. You think that employee cares? That employee is making a minimum wage and putting up with people like you all day long. Do you think they care? Because I promise you they don't. But they tell people like me about it all the time. The ones that patiently sit around and wait, act kind, and be nice and polite to them. Oh man, just 2 or 3 drivers come in before you and just went off because they had to wait 10 minutes and telling me that they're losing money by waiting on the order and everything, people. I get it. You're not making money unless your wheels are spinning. I get that. Everybody I know wants their food to be ready to go when it's supposed to be ready to go. I get it. I do. We get paid per job. Grubhub actually pays per hour if you keep 100% acceptance rate, 95% and above. I think that's really nice of Grubhub. That's the only app on the market that is considerate toward drivers' time. Yeah, you can complain that collecting contribution will get your schedule restricted. Well, it does and it don't. It depends on the situation. I don't know what the algorithm looks for, but there is a flag that gets raised on certain situations. Like there's one guy I ran into that was damn near collecting $40 a day. So Grubhub doing breakfast in our market was relatively new then. It was about a year ago. And he did 6 a.m. to noon and collected almost $50 every damn day, and they weren't schedule restricting him. Now, I'm not going to sit here and encourage you all to go and test this. Obviously, that isn't what needs to happen. But I don't know. I've only collected contribution a handful of times, but this video is getting off topic. Anyway, guys, if you are impatient, you're not humble, and you're greedy as hell, stay off the road. You're making the rest of us look bad. You're not improving anything. You're not helping anything. You're making us all look bad. It does not benefit any of us. And it sure as hell don't get your food to you faster. Some people have that attitude. Hey, if I'm grumpy and I'm being a pure asshole, they'll want to get rid of me quicker. I promise you. I promise you. That's like getting a non-tipper to tip when they really don't want to tip. I promise you. The psychology the drivers have in this field of work, it just isn't what's actually happening. I like this job. I prefer this job. I wouldn't mind to retire doing this job. But it seems like every day I wake up and a driver has done something somewhere so obscene that it literally changes the policy, the actual policy, the terms of service of every one of these apps. One driver can change the entire TOS of a gig company. One driver. I don't know why it's so hard to just be kind, considerate, and tolerant. If you don't want to wait on the order, back out of the order and find something else. If you can make more money somewhere else than what you're doing here, you know? Why'd you choose to accept the offer to begin with? If you could go make money, better, faster money somewhere else, why did you accept that offer? Now, I know the noobs out there, people that's only been doing this for roughly 6 months, they are not familiar with the restaurants, which ones are fast, which ones are slow, which ones care, which ones don't care. You know, well, after you learn and you see an offer pop up. So right now in my region, McDonald's is not where it's at. They're getting better. I test them about once a week to see if they're getting better. But where our McDonald's are mostly drive-through only, and they only got one dedicated guy in the kitchen putting together all the gig economy meals, it slows them down. You know, so when I see a McDonald's pop up for $3 on DoorDash, I decline because I know it's going to take me a solid 30 to 45 minutes. If it pops up for $10 going 1 mile, yeah, I'll wait on that. That's worth waiting on, see? You know, these fancy sit-down restaurants, time them. Go into your clock app on your phone and set a stopwatch and find out, on average, how long each of these restaurants do. I got about every one of these restaurants down pat. Oh, this one is going to be 30 minutes. This one gets it done. It'll be done time I get there. You know, so I don't know what other advice I can give to that. Just be kind, considerate, and tolerant people. Food takes time to cook, and some restaurants to get so backed up and so far behind they even forget to put in the offer until you walk in. Now those, I've been guilty of backing out a few of those because I know it was going to take 45 minutes. It is what it is, folks. That's the name of the game. Hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.